you think actually happened with this pipeline? Well, give me the scenarios of what you think is
possible,
plausible, what we should be considering.
Russia did it, but it doesn't make sense to me.
So that's the one I keep hearing, which is they're the only suspect here. Of course, Russia did it, but I don't understand why they would do it, considering they could just turn off the gas at any moment.
Yeah, and they did. Those pipelines weren't running.
Yeah, they weren't running.
So they didn't lose anything except the ability to open them back up, which is something they really, really want. Mm-hmm. You can't just open this. You're not going to go down there and fix it in a day.
Right.
I mean, this is a long-term problem.
It's a massive explosion.
So I don't believe they did it. You would have to have a lot of evidence, but you could talk me into we did it just because it's so damn stupid that it's like Afghanistan. You know what I mean? It's like, let's pull out. You know, he's somebody in the, in the White House, the Situation Room. I got an idea. Why don't we just blow it up?
Yeah.
And everybody going, and they do.
That one is interesting. Like, I don't necessarily think that's what happened, but could you say you're worried about Europe flaking out on this war eventually and saying we need the gas, turn it on, we don't care. And we're saying absolutely not. You can't turn it back on. We're locking them into this decision.
Yeah, I think the globalists that want this kind of a Green New Deal, mm-hmm. This is perfect for them. But it's evil. I mean, it is way, way evil. Yeah,
the Green New Deal part of this basically being that
you can't go back. I mean, we're already hearing this is why we can't have natural gas.
Right.
You know, it's too unstable, too dangerous. I mean, what would happen if that would have blown up?
You need those stable solar panels.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Right. And so this does work towards the advantage of that strategy long term. And if you're looking for a war on either side, if you want to escalate the war, I could see Putin doing it for that, and I could see others doing it for that. I also think that there are $60 billion that have been sloshing around in the world's economy that we have no accounting for.
That's just from us.
That's from us, just us. You take $1 trillion of that, $500 million of that, okay? Take $500 million. That would more than pay for an operation like that. So this could be, and I think this is probably the most likely, on whose behalf, I don't know, but I think this was probably a private operation.
Someone saying they don't want these connections to be made for a very long time between Russia and Europe.
Yeah.
And either it's to punish Europe or it's to punish Russia or who knows.
And it could be anybody. It could be an oligarch, could be, a country, a nation state, could just be, a George Soros type for his own reasons wants to make that happen.
So what does this mean for our energy going into the winter?
Not much of a change for Europe because Europe was not on either one of these pipelines. They'd already shut them down.
They'd already shut them down, but they hadn't faced a winter with that active.
Oh, no, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be
already going to be bad. And now it's not necessarily going to be too much worse.
It's not going to be, there was hope that they could settle things and open the pipelines back up, okay? Now that hope is gone. You're not opening those pipelines back up. So what they were saying was going to be bad, now we know for sure that's the way it's going to be. What Germany does now, they should be refiring all of their nuclear power plants, but they're not. France is really not doing that either.
They're the only ones that have a significant nuclear capacity. But even that's not necessarily heating. Right, like that's it can do electricity, and obviously some things are heated that way. But
look at what's happening in California. California just said you can't heat your house with gas. Now that's not like a little space heater. That's a gas, propane, not propane, but LP or natural gas furnace in your house. You can't do it. That's insanity. That is insanity. And that is what California has done. That plays into what's happening over in Germany and would play into the idea that somebody who likes green energy could have done this.